Hi everybody. My name is Abu, and today we are going to discuss about threat modeling and secure coding. So let's get started. So let's start with the question why security is important. Actually, security is very important for the software development because it can breach data and there can be cyber attacks if there is any vulnerability or loophole while developing the code of the software. So there is different threat modeling. Let us see threat modeling. First we will understand what is this. It's a structured process to identify the threats, and it will help the developers to understand the risk during the implementation stage. Key questions that we should ask during the software development is what are we working on, and what can go wrong during the development, and what are we doing to avoid it, and then did we do enough to avoid those risks. Then we have threat modeling methodologies. There are three different types of threat modeling. First is STRIDE, which is six step categories. The second is DREAD, it's a risk assessment model. And then we have finally PASTA, it's a seven step uh, risk based methodology. So what's the benefit of threat modeling? There are different benefits. First is early identification, risk identification. It will the developers, we can find out the vulnerabilities during the design stage. Second is increased security awareness. The developers will think like the attacker to avoid the cyber attacks. Then we have improved system understanding. That means we have a deeper understanding of the architecture. What is a secure code? Here it is, writing software to prevent security vulnerabilities. This will lead to reduce the risk of cyber attacks like SQL injections, XSS, and buffer overflow. Secure coding best practices. Input validation. Here, input has to be verified and sanitized. Authentication and authorization, we should use the proper passwords, which is like the alphanumeric using the special characters. And error handling, avoid exposing the system details. Then there is data protection. Encryption obviously is best to avoid the data to do the data protection. And code reviews and testing, it's a regular audits of the software or the application. The common vulnerabilities and their mitigations. SQL injection is the vulnerability, XSS attacks, and buffer overflow. These are the three vulnerabilities, and the mitigation is using uh, parameterized queries to avoid the SQL injection. Here, encode the input and output uh, for the XSS attacks. For buffer overflow, use safe functionals and bound checks. And then we have integration. Here in the SDLC lifecycle, we have the different stages. We should implement the security in each phase of SDLC. Then we have security tools. There are different security tools here. WASP Threat Danger, it's an open source threat. It will help in creating security plans. And similarly, we have the Microsoft modeling tool. It will help in risk assessment. Then we have a code scanner, which will help for the coders to develop a secure code, and it will understand this. It will give the security threats that can happen during development of the code. So lastly, let's conclude the presentation. Security should be an ongoing process. It's not a single phase process. It should be during the development stage and until the monitoring stage when we deploy the software And then the security modeling and secure coding helps in preventing vulnerabilities. Integrating security in SDLC will have the safer, software development. That's it. Thank you very much.